success to 47372. But here's what I was thinking as you were telling your story. So here is an example of an agent who essentially went and knocked on a door of a for sale by owner and took a listing.
Yes.
There was no referral fee.
Nope.
She did not buy the lead.
Nope.
She did not have to figure out how to do ClickFunnels or have to do work on her branding or her logo or her
No
website or her CRM. No double opt-ins. No YouTube mayor of your town Mickey Mouse. She knocked on the door. She took a listing. And I'm guessing she's going to get paid at least $10,000 when that thing sells.
Yes.
And it probably sold by the time the ink was dry on her listing contract.
Indeed.
Yeah. I mean, in this market.
And we haven't even talked about she might sell it herself. They might be buying with her.
She's going to do an open house. She's going to
follow get leads from it.
She's going to follow our system. She's going to invite all the neighbors. She's going to basically, that one effort that took her, I'm guessing, less than 15 minutes is going to result in who knows how much money. But really what's happened is she's changed her mindset about how easy it is when you basically are willing to take the actions and apply the skill that we teach you in the coaching program to change the complete trajectory of your life, not just financially, but in other ways. So what are the unintended consequences of her having that success? What other things is she now going to be able to dispel from her, or basically the myths that she's been holding about herself that we talked about yesterday? What others is she going to start self-diagnosing? What other myths or misbeliefs does she have about her own capacity just from that one tiny little success of that one for sale by owner? How many of you believe leads are hard to find? They're not. They're easy to find. How many of you believe that you have to basically pass through the fires of Modor before you're allowed to be a listing agent? No, you just have to know what to say and actually do what we ask you to do in the coaching program. It's incredibly fascinating because I love stories like that because I know that that will change her life. It will change her.
Well, perhaps even
I'm not going to try to pronounce it. Yeah.
Well, but she did follow through. You saw her transform through the 4 questions, right? Mm-hmm. She started out believing this is going to be hard and intimidating and I might be uncomfortable. Then she said, well, is that actually true? Why don't I go investigate and actually door knock? And then she said to herself, well, who am I because I'm not doing it? And who would I be if I did do it? And now her mindset is totally different. Who am I going to be? She's so excited about her future because she's unlocked that new belief that's totally different than what the belief started at.
How many people are listening right now being motivated by what we just said? But then how many people who are motivated by what we just said, they're going to take action on what we just said?
We'll see.
Guys, you're not going to get what you want in life unless you take the action on what we just said. Being motivated by the story we just told you, the true story about a coaching client, is not enough. Being motivated is great. Motivation comes and goes. If you really want to start changing the hardwiring of your brain, you need to take it to the next level and get the action. You doing the action and you getting the result, whether it's good or bad, just having taken the action does change ultimately your mindset about taking future actions and obviously making a lot more money. It does start with that one little step, and be willing to stop nerfing your life up and nerfing. And it's not all about being comfort. It's not all about the easiest path. Matter of fact, usually you're going to find the most success on the hardest path because few people are willing to follow it. So, Julie, are we going to jump right in? Do you have any other stories from your coaching calls
Well, there's
today?
always lots of them, but she's the one that we wanted to celebrate today because
she's
such a great example. All right. And good luck this weekend, Larissa. I'm quite sure you're going to get that sold.
Okay, so Professor Julie's about to nerd out a little bit, so you guys have to bear with her.
All right, so think of the word genetics and put EPI in front of it. That gives you epigenetics. So what is that?
The etymology of EPI, do you remember from high school?
I don't remember. No, add-on, I think. We'll find out. Do you know? Tell me if you remember.
No, I don't remember either.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's all right. So, you can see we're out of our wheelhouse too. But this, I think, is very fascinating. What is epigenetics? It is the study of the heritable or inheritable changes in gene expression. Okay. And we're not going to nerd out too long on this, but you need to know what it is. Active versus inactive genes that do not involve changes in the underlying DNA sequence. A change in the phenotype without a change in the genotype. So we're getting kind of scientific. But in turn, it affects how cells read the genes. Epigenetic change is a regular and natural occurrence, but it can also be influenced by several factors. This is the important part, including age, the environment or lifestyle, and the disease state. Epigenetic modifications manifest commonly in the manner which cells differentiate and what they do, basically. That includes everything: skin cells, liver cells, brain cells. So epigenetic change can have damaging effects or it can have good effects. So if I've got some examples